So this was a pop quiz which was related to atomic structure of an atom. And question one, the table gives information about some atoms or ions ABC. Complete the table. The first one, we have 11 proton and we have 10 electrons. So because we have like more proton than electrons, so what should be the net charge? So the net charge will be 1 plus or plus 1. Then because it does not have any charge here, it's a neutral. So if it does not have a charge, if it is a neutral, so it should have equal number of proton and electron. So if there are 18 electrons, there should be 18 protons. And what is the electronic structure for 18? So first shell will have 8. The second shell will have, sorry, first shell will have 2, not 8. The second shell will have 8 and the third shell also 8. That's how the 18 electrons will arrange. And the third one, we have the charge is -1, -1. So it means it should have extra electron than proton. So if there are 10 electrons, so how many protons should be there? So there will be 9 protons. Then carbon is an element. Define the term element. What is the definition of an element? Element means like a substance which contain identical atoms. We call that as element, or a substance which we cannot break down or split into simpler form by any chemical means. So we call that as an element. So any definition is acceptable. A substance which contain identical atoms. And cannot be broken down into simpler form, we call that as element. Then we have the three isotopes of carbon are there, 6 and 12, 613 and 614. So how to work out the proton number or atomic number? The proton number, the bottom is representing a proton number. Because they are the same element, so they should have an equal number of protons. So this is 6, this one is 6, the other is also 6. And how to get a number of neutron? We take a difference. So here it will be 12 minus 6. So this will be 6. 13 minus 6, that is 7. And 14 minus 6, that's equal to 8. The next question, complete the table to show the number of proton, neutron, and electrons in an atom of and the ion of a silver. So first the proton number, like this is representing a proton number 47. Here also proton number 47. How to get a neutron number? To get the neutron number, you have to take a difference. The nucleon number minus the proton number will get the number of neutron. So it will be 107 minus 47, so which is equals to 60. And here 109 minus 47, so that's equal to 62. To get the number of electrons, this is an atom. So if it's an atom, means it should have equal number of protons and electrons. So 47 electron, 47 proton. But this one is a positive charge. So that means it has extra proton. So electrons will be 46. Is it clear, this one?
Yes, sir.
Then in question 3, the table shows the number of proton, neutron, and electrons in a particle A to I. Answer the following question about the particle A to I. Each letter may be used once, more than once, or not at all. So the first one, in which particle A to I is an anion or a negative ion. So which is a negative ion? To be a negative ion means it should have more electrons than proton. So when we check the options, like for A, it has more protons, so it will be positive, +1. B will be neutral. B will be neutral. C will also be neutral. D will be neutral. E, it's having more electron, like 18 electron and 16 protons, so it will be -2. So we just, and what about F? It will be an atom. G is also an atom. H is also an atom. And I is the positive, +2. This is +1. So the negative ion is E. A cation or a positive ion. So which of them are positive ions? So A is a positive ion and I is also a positive ion. A noble gas atom and having like 8 electron in the last shell. So we need an atom with the 8 electron in the last shell. So like if we write the electronic configuration, this one does not have electron. So electronic configuration for B will be 2, 4. For C also 2, 4. For D it will be 2, 8. E it will be 2, 8, 8. This will be 2, 8, 7. This will be 2, 8, 8. This will be 2, 8, 8, 1. And this will be 2, 8, and 8. But we need an atom. So even though like what we are left with option, like this is not there. We need 8 electrons. So this cannot be there. This cannot be there. So we are left with 4 options: D, E, G, and I. Now to check which one is a noble gas atom. So E cannot be. Why E cannot be? Because E is an ion. So we cannot write E. And we cannot write I as well because. So what we are left with D, which is having 2, 8. And we are left with G, which is 2, 8, 8. So it will be D and G. Both have the 8 electron in the outermost shell and both of them are atoms. Is it clear? The third part? Okay. A halogen or 7 electron in the last shell. So which is having 7 electrons in the last shell? When we write the electronic configuration for 17, we'll write as 2, 8, and 7. So F is having 7 electron in the last shell. Is a group 1 atom. Group 1, to be a group 1 atom, it should have 1 electron in the last shell. So when we write the electronic configuration, it will be 2, 8, 8, and 1 for this one, H. So H is having, because the number of electron in the last shell shows us a group number. So H is having 1 electron in the last shell. So it means it belongs to group 1 and it's an atom. Has same nucleon number. So which of them are nucleon number means the sum of neutron and the proton should be same because nucleon number means the sum of neutron and proton. So when we write the nucleon number, this will be 1 because 1 plus, like if I write the nucleon number here, the nucleon number will be 1. When I write the nucleon number, it is 6. Nucleon number, it is, oh, sorry, not 6, 12 because this will be 12. This will be 14, 20, 32, 35, 40, 39, and 40. So which two have the same nucleon number? So when we check G and I have the same number of the nucleon, so we can say G and I. So one is G, another one is I. Is it clear? The last one? Any doubt in this? Then moving on to question 4. An atom contains proton, neutron, and electron. You have to complete the table for writing their relative masses and the relative charges. So this is actually related to memorizing the relative mass. Proton and neutron have the same mass, so the relative mass is 1 in 1. Relative charge for proton is +1, electron is -1, and neutron does not have a charge, so we write 0. The table shows the number of proton, neutron, and electrons in some atoms and ions. Number of the proton, so this is for sulfur here, 16. To get the number of neutron, you subtract 32 minus 16, so it will be 16. And because it's an atom, so it should have equal number of electrons as well as proton. For potassium, it is 19. 39 minus 19, that's 20. And because it is plus charge, +1, so means it has lost electron. So what should be the charge on this? So it will have 18. Now, proton number 35. So which element in the periodic table is having a proton number 35? So for this, you have to use a periodic table. So when you check the periodic table, you will find bromine is having an atomic number 35 because proton number is an identity. So bromine is 35. And the sum of the neutron and proton, 35 plus 44, that makes 79. And what about, so 35 protons are there and 36 electrons because electrons are more. So what should be the charge? The charge will be -1 or -1. Is it clear? So this was the quiz which was related to atomic structure.